Hey everybody, welcome back to the Brandy Yvonne channel. Of course, I'm your girl, Brandy Yvonne. Here at my channel, we do fun reviews, recaps, and discussions of all of our favorite shows. Sorry, y'all, I was trying to find a button down here. There you go. Anyway, before we get into it, please do not hesitate to hit the thumbs up button for me. Share the video where you got to share your content. Comment down below, and yeah, do all the things. I felt like I missed something, but maybe not. I have to preface this with, Super Bowl Sunday. A couple days late with the video. Y'all know I'm in school. I had residency all this weekend. I told y'all, I think in the last video, that I would not get to watch Ready to Love live because of residency. So finally got to watch it yesterday after when I got home from residency. Y'all, just so you know, when I say I have residency, it's Friday night from 5 to 9 and all day Saturday from 8:30 in the morning to 4:30 in the evening. So by the time I get done with all that, I'd be wiped. I crashed yesterday after I got home. I was like, oh, I'm gonna watch Ready to Love, do the review, I'm gonna watch the second Love and Marriage Huntsville reunion, do the review. No. I ain't even watched Love and Marriage Huntsville. And I still owe y'all part one reunion. So I might do both parts at the same time this week. Keep your bell notifications on for that. And make sure y'all got the bells on or the notifications on because a lot of people be telling me they didn't even know I did the video. It's not in the algorithm. And I'm still here, so I'm still trying to do something in these YouTube streets. It's gonna be just a little something because that's all I got time for. But I'm trying to stick with it. I'm trying to stick with y'all. I'm doing it for y'all. Anyway, like I said, Super Bowl Sunday. And Super Bowl Sunday, I like to, enjoy the concert. I love I had to prepare for my Kendrick Lamar concert. So, I had to have a little something. I had to, maybe a little partake. I live in California. So, it is what it is. So, excuse me if I say something crazy on this video. Normally I don't even record if I been partaking. But I still wanted to get the review done. At least I won't be so behind because I got homework to do too, y'all. It's just a little breather. So when it's residency, we get like no class following week, so it's like a tad bit of a breather. That's like coming to y'all. But I'm gonna catch up with Love and Marriage Huntsville. And we got Love is Blind on Friday, February 14th, aka Valentine's Day. Y'all got a Valentine? Let me know in the comments. I don't got one, y'all, but it's cool. I'll be a Galentine. Let's get to Ready to Love. So I don't think I told y'all this review is Ready to Love, season 10, episode 1, the first RTL Wedding. Okay. It's on this Friday night show. Finally is back. I feel like Ready to Love was gone forever. Does anybody else feel like that? Side note, I'm recording in my alternative studio because I didn't feel like being in the living room. Anyway, so yeah, y'all, did y'all watch Ready to Love? Is this your first season watching Ready to Love? I hope it's not your first season, but I mean, if it is, welcome to the Ready to Love. Now, I started watching Ready to Love. I started a little bit in season 1. I didn't fully get into it. And then I think I did parts of season 2. The first season I really, really, really got into it, I think was the first Houston season. But I did watch some of Atlanta. So I've been watching Ready to Love ever since then. Huge fan. Now, Nephew Tommy tried to say we get so much success with the show. No, y'all don't. Y'all barely got 4 couples. Anywho. But okay. Out of 10 seasons, I feel like our rates should be a little higher. But I guess that's on par with like our other shows. Right. I guess it's about the same level. Because y'all know these people be on here playing. But, I'm glad they are in a new city on the East Coast finally. I mean, I know they did DC and Potomac, but, just a different vibe. We had a whole different vibe with Philly, City of Brotherly Love. So we get, the singles start coming out. I think the first one we meet is Deidre. And y'all know I'm gonna mess up the names because it's new. I don't remember everybody's job, everybody's age, and they didn't show it. So, we gonna learn everybody as we go along, like we always do at this channel. I don't got no pictures ready. Sorry. I thought about it and forgot about it. Okay. So anyway, so is it Deidre? I think her name is Deidre. She's a firefighter. Kudos to her. I want to say she's in her 30s. She was like the first one to come out. The first thing that caught her eye was the champagne. And then who else came out? Naeem, he had a little ponytail man bun. He said he's adopted, been trying to find his identity. He mentioned that at some point in the show. Um, we get a young lady named Sahara at some point a little later on. We get John. Well, his name's John, but they call him Jay with the little braids. He said he looked like Omar Epps. I didn't see Omar Epps, but if y'all saw it, I didn't see it. Like I could kind of see what he was saying in the eyes, but I didn't really see it. But y'all let me know if y'all seen it because I didn't see it. Who else did we get? True. We got True. I think was in her 30s. Angie. I forgot how old Angie was. Angie said she got 10 siblings, y'all. She was talking to Eddie. We got Eddie. Eddie's like 31. I thought, oh, he's young. He has a 9-year-old. He owns a construction company. Naeem owns like a fitness place. And thought that was really cool because y'all know I'm in my fitness bag right now. And I went down a pant size. I'm so excited for that. I know y'all didn't ask for it, but I'm gonna share my news. I finally got back down to one of the sizes I've been trying to get back down to. And we making progress over here. So anywho, who else did we get? Did I get all the ladies? Deidre, Sahara. Oh, and then Kiara. Kiara, I think has a daughter. I think that was her name. She was real pretty. She reminded me of Maya from the Dallas season, the Fort Worth season. Anyway, and then so True. It was True, Sahara, Angie. Wait, True, Sahara, Angie, Deidre, and Kiara. And then the guys, we had William. Now, William talked about he got married twice and divorced twice. The first time he got married because his mama died. Then he got married again because his daddy died, and he didn't want to marry somebody his mama didn't meet. It didn't make no sense. And he was a jokester. The girls wasn't feeling him, neither was I. So we had William, we had John, Jay, want to be Omar Epps. We had Naeem with his bun, and we had Wayne and Eddie. Okay. So they did split the mixers, I think the last couple seasons or so, they have been splitting the mix. I think more than a couple seasons. They've been splitting the mixers, which everyone likes because there's not too many people to learn at once. So we are here for that. Oh, my battery ain't about to die, child. Anyway, so everyone's, mixing and mingling like they do. Like I said, Naeem and Deidre's a firefighter, and she was talking about, she want to be soft and a lady at home. We meet Angie. Angie was engaged before. It was the love of her life. He was the best loving she ever had, she said. And he unfortunately did pass away. And so she feels like her fairy tale was snatched from under her, but she said she's done her work. She's done her healing. I'm going to just talk about the mixer overall. I'm not going to talk about every little conversation. We're going to and it's not going to be in no particular order. We just going to talk about it. Okay. So just follow me. Okay. I'm just, recapping what everybody said, basically. We figured out when Kiara and Naeem had a conversation later on that Naeem has 5 kids and 3 baby mamas. I said, next. We're not even wasting our time. Next. And Kiara was like, that's a red flag. It's not 6 flags for her. No. And I think she said she already got a couple kids herself. No. Like, if he said 5 kids and 1 wife, ooh, maybe even 2 mamas. That's a no for me. Absolutely not, actually. I'll take 1 kid right now, but not 1 and a 2 possible. Ooh, nah, we're gonna take 1. Anyway, so she was like, nah, she ain't feeling that. She's like, is there women hanging in the background that think they still have a chance with him? She don't, do the baby moms get along? He said everybody gets along, and he was trying to say something about, he's trying to find somebody. We all getting older. She said, hold on, with the old thing. And so he basically wanted to find somebody that's gonna deal with that. And good luck, sir. Good luck. Jay, he also had a conversation with Kiara. He was really, everybody was turning their heads for Kiara. Now, when Jay came over there, Deidre did a second turn. She was like, who was that? Okay, she said she liked the chocolate. She was happy to see Jay, get to know Jay. He had the little braids. She was here for it. And so we meet him. He has a daughter. He's a girl dad. Oh, that was Eddie's a girl dad. John has Jay. He said his name John. They call him Jay. I want to call him John, but whatever. So Jay, he got 2 kids. He was married 11 years. he got, I guess, tired of them arguing or something. He, moved on, but he takes care of his kids. Great. Um, let's see. Eddie, Eddie K. Everybody was liking Eddie. What did they call him? Rick Fox. And at one point, True and Eddie was having a conversation, and they was like calling him Rick Ross and Keisha Cole. I was like, okay. We seen Eddie and DeAndre have a conversation, and he liked that she's a firefighter. Well, first he was like, "What do you do for a living?" Well, they were talking about what parts of Philly they live in. Now, for my Philly people, y'all gotta tell me about these parts of Philly because I have no clue. I'm a Cali girl. So, because there's like uptown, downtown, all that. I know they have that in New York too. So, what does that mean as far as Philly goes? Like, what does that mean? And then they was doing the Jean thing. I doubt I said it right. Nephew Tommy tried to say it. He messed it up. DeAndre gave us a good, explanation of how they say that word. It's funny to hear and cool to hear them talk and speak the Philly lingo. Cause here in California, we don't have like a lingo like, only like the Bay Area really has like a lingo like that. And then here we don't do like downtown, uptown kind of thing. We don't really do that in any cities in Cali, maybe San Francisco or Oakland a little bit, but that's it. And then you do like downtown LA, but other than that, no. So I mean, we say downtown. No, every city has a downtown. Let me back that up so y'all ain't confused. But anywho, so they're figuring out where each other lives, and they were like, okay, he live uptown. That's a compliment. And then ooh, these eyelashes. I can't wait to get them done this week. So then he talking about being a girl dad and all that. So then he asked her what she does do for a living. He said, or she said she's a firefighter. No, first she said she's a stripper, and then he was like, "What?" And then she was like, "No, I'm a firefighter," and he was impressed by that. So they seen the vibe. We seen Wayne. Oh, and Jay does cybersecurity, side note, and I don't remember what Wayne does, but him and Angie were talking, and that's when she was talking about she has the 10 brothers and sisters, and he's like, "Yeah, the guy's gotta come correct with you." And then they both were talking about how they really admire their parents, and Angie said her parents stuck through it, stuck through the relationship through and through, and she wants to follow that. And Wayne really, gives his mom kudos and praise for great things that happen in his life. Um, we see Naeem and True talking at one point, and they want to get to know each other. And True is like having him kiss her hand, and she's asking her why she's single, and she's like, "Oh, because these guys out here," and they seem to hit it off. Okay, I didn't like True's hair at the mixer because when they showed her like intro car scene, and she was walking down the street, she had her hair pulled back and was big and wavy. She looked younger. She's only 35. So I feel like that wig at the mixer aged her a tad bit. But then maybe it's the wig I think it's the wig and the dress together that aged her a bit for me. Or it was a little too like matronly. I don't know. I wouldn't even see her standing up in the full outfit, but something about it, I wasn't a fan. So like I said, everybody was mixing and mingling. If there's any more standout conversations. Oh, I'm gonna get to True and Jay in a minute. But first let's backtrack it before we forget. And we noticed that the place that they're at is kind of set up to look like a wedding, right? So Nephew Tommy said somebody getting married there today. So they was like, who getting married? And so he said, it's from some RTL alumni. So they was like, they wonder who the DC ones. So I think Angie or somebody said they watched the show. So they're like wondering who it could be. And of course it ends up being Cornelius and Camille, aka Corny and Cornier. I never saw for Camille. I'll try to merge their names. Cornelius. Anyway, Cornelius and Camille, I never saw it for them. Never saw it for them. But I am happy they got married, and congratulations to them. The Camille got her doctorate. Okay, congratulations to her. I cannot talk right now. When Nephew Tommy was ordaining the wedding, he said her name, and then she was like, "Doctor." I was like, "That's exactly how I'm about to be when I get this doctorate degree." You okay? It's doctor. Nah, but anyway, I'm just playing, y'all. So, he's now Nephew Tommy, he, went through the process to get ordained to do this wedding in the state of Philadelphia or Pennsylvania, I mean. And they were saying, I guess he was saying something about like, I know you guys are gonna go do this somewhere else with all your friends, family, but thank you for doing it here. So it was more so symbolic, of showing like how your journey can end if you really are there for love and all that. That's what they trying to do. Okay. We get the message. Zadia's looking good though. You can't take it away from Zadia that she be looking good. Zadia, Corey came to stand with them. I was like, look at Corey. So anyway, um, and so I didn't remember Camille having a kid. She said she had a kid. I didn't remember that. Anyway, the wedding was beautiful. The guys was acting like they was gonna tear, but they didn't. So, after all the mixing and mingling, then we had the wedding, then they just had like a little bit more mixing and mingling before they told Nephew Tommy like who they feeling and who they are not feeling. The first episode of Ready to Love, it gives because it's new and exciting, and you mean the people don't really give because it's not too much drama. We get some hints and drama there, hints of funny parts here and there, but it's not really too much going on. But just watching everybody mix and mingle and getting to know everybody, which is fine. Ready to Love, like it, we ease into it. That's one thing I like about Ready to Love. Is certain parts of the season that when it's gonna get real hot. Right, beginning it kind of starts off slow and then it gets popping. So, what you call it? We seen Jay and True. Oh, let me go back to Sahara. So Sahara said, because I forgot to talk about her. She said something about she burned candles. She talked to her psychic. She gonna meet somebody in July, um, and all this stuff. She's the sage kind of girl. I forgot what she said she be doing, but she said something about she burned the candle to get rid of a man. Anyway, the men were getting like the friend vibe from her, and I could see how. She was talking to William, and he was talking about the times he got married, and they were asking, how long you been single. He said 5 years. She said 1 year, and then he was like, "Oh, what happened of the relationship?" So she said, he was just, not right, or he wasn't doing the right thing, or something like that. And so, no, she said something was wrong with him. That's what she said. Anyway, so William was like, okay, well, that's very vague. Like, what was he doing wrong? Was he like masturbating too much, not saving it all for you or something? He's laughing, and she's looking like, what? Like, it was just a bad joke. It was just a bad joke. And so then she was like, oh, he's giving weirdo, but I want to give love a chance. Girl, don't stop giving stuff a chance. No. So anyway, she asked him like, do you want to have kids, and what if you're with a woman who doesn't want to have kids? And he's like, well, if I'm with a woman who doesn't want to have kids, then I'm okay with not having kids. And she's like, why would you do that? Like, if you want what you want, then you should get what you want. And then he was like, okay, so you're gonna have kids with a guy regardless. You're gonna have kids regardless if the guy wants it or not. And she's like, that's not what I'm saying. What she's trying to say is you shouldn't just not want kids because the person don't want kids. But I think what he's trying to say is like, he could take or leave them kids. Like, if it's a person he wouldn't want to have kids, he'll have the kids. If not, he all right too. Like, I understand what he's saying, but I understand what she's saying as well. Okay, so they were giving weird, not hitting it off, and then everybody was kind of talking in the group, and William was talking about, well, True was talking about how they really did. Camille and Corny really did the process, and they went through the whole process, and it worked. And then he said something about that's how you rush into marriage. And then he was just like making too many jokes, and everybody was like, he's kind of off-putting. He's doing too much. Somebody had a good. Oh, who was it? I had a train of thought and I lost it. But anyway, before I forget, um, when it comes to the champagne at these events, ladies, you gotta be careful because the champagne will bloat you, and then if you mixing it with hard alcohol too, you can end up in a blackout situation. Trust me. So I would just, unless you're just a big champagne drinker, I would just not drink too much of that champagne because it bloats you so bad. And then if you've been eating and drinking other alcohol, it just bloats you so bad. And then if it's a cheap one, it's just gonna feel like crap. So to me, drinking champagne almost don't even be worth it unless it's a good champagne. And like that's the primary thing I'm drinking or it's a good champagne and it's okay to mix with certain alcohols. Cause I was like, oh, they better be careful with that champagne. Nope. But that's just me. I don't be fooling with champagne too much like that anymore, unless it's a good one I know that's gonna be all right. Anyway, that's just a little side note I wanted to remind. Didn't want to forget to say. Oh yeah, and then when Corny and Cornier got married, um, and then she threw the bouquet. And them girls was diving to catch it. I think Angie ended up getting it right. I don't know. Do y'all like the whole toss bouquet thing? Do y'all try to catch it? I never try to catch it. Step away from it. I don't know. I'm not into that. Like throwing a bouquet of flowers and then if I catch it, don't mean I'm gonna turn around and get married tomorrow. Like if that was the case, I would cut all the bouquets, right? I don't know, something about it I just am not into. And people be every like one of my friends' wedding I went to, they try to push me to go catch it. And I'd be like, no, I'm not into that. I'm just not into that. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about that catching the bouquet thing at the wedding. Like girls making it so serious, and I'm just maybe I'm just different, but I don't like it. So anyway, there's another good conversation I was gonna bring up. Oh, Jay and True, but there's another funny one that slips my mind, but I'm gonna come back to it. Anyway, if I remember it. So anywho, Jay and True stopped to talk. So True, no, Angie was feeling like Jay. Was she feeling like Jay was her man, or was she feeling like Wayne was her man? I can't remember which one. I want to say it was Jay, but I could be wrong. But a lot of the girls was liking Jay. But anyway, Jay and True sit down and talk. And True feels like, her and Jay were making a real good connection, but I seen he was making connections with everybody. So now I got to see if he's being real or not. And I was like, huh? Okay, girl. I mean, he's supposed to make connections with everybody, right? So then that's just the conundrum already left. That's a whole nother video. We ain't gonna go there. Anyway, so she's asking him why he wants to be there and so she was like, or he was like, well, I'm done, playing the field, being a player, I'm ready to settle down. And um she was like, what, a player? You been a player and you was doing this, and how do you got kids? He's like, yeah, I got two. And he's like, well, I was married. And he's like, I was with somebody for 11 years. And then he's like, I broke, then we broke up. I was single, like I wasn't tied to no woman or anything like that. And so she was also used being a whore and da 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 da. And so she was just kind of like rapid fire drilling him, and then he's trying to explain himself, but then she's not letting him, and then she's like twist everything he said. And I was like, oh my God, girl. She kept cutting him off. I was like, girl, let him talk. Can you please let him talk? Can you please let him explain himself? Like I get what he was saying, like, I was with somebody 11 years. Then I played the field. Now I'm ready to settle down. It's basically getting like, you dang, like, can he talk? So anyway, she's like, oh, just because you was with somebody 11 years doesn't mean you know how to commit. Because he was saying he's done it before and he was with somebody 11 years. I mean, that's a point too, but I don't think he was, trying to explain it, and then it just didn't come out right. And she was letting him talk. It was a mess. Anyway, finally, nephew Tommy came and he, sat down with the ladies. They not feeling William. They not feeling Naeem because of the kids. Oh, my phone made a different noise. Anyway, and then they sat down with the means. They not feeling Sahara. She's giving friend vibe, and True was giving very much interview, and she was. So nephew Tommy gathers everybody, and they on the stairs. He gonna calm them down to the carpet. So William and Naeem, we respect your fatherhood, but it's a little too much too soon, William. Yet the joke is always on you. William, you are not ready to love, but stick around. Stick around. So then the ladies, they brought Sahara. Now Naeem was like, well, I'm on the bottom with William. So then they brought Sahara and True down to the bottom. And Sahara was like, Sahara, who? Like, who was they calling? True was like, I don't like these vid right now. She cursing everything. She mad. She not feeling it. So Sahara, you are not ready to love. All right. So then nephew Tommy's like, but nephew Tommy. Now he's speaking in third person the whole time. I don't know why this part was so funny to me. I hollered, but he's like, nephew Tommy. You know who I am. You know how I am. I like to throw curveballs. And curveballs is what I do good. So, I'm gonna throw a curveball. And you're supposed to meet 10 more singles next week. And I don't think that's fair to eliminate on the first day. So basically, they're not eliminating anyone tonight like they typically would. They're not eliminating William and Sahara, even though they were in the bottom and got eliminated. They get to stay till next week to meet the other 10 singles, which I'm like, and I know everybody who watches this dang show is like, finally, because if we have not griped about anything else with Ready to Love over the years, it was, please stop eliminating people on the first day, because it wasn't giving them a fair chance, right? And I knew something was up when he brought a man and a woman down to the carpet, because normally I don't think they would do that in the first episode. It was usually just either a man or a woman, I thought, but I could be wrong, because it's been some months since we got Ready to Love, y'all. Finally, it's back. It was gone long enough for us to miss it, right? But not forget it. Carlos King shows. Anywho, so Nephew Tommy started talking about the 76ers and getting the Knicks and something. I don't know. I think that was earlier in the show. Anyway, so yeah, so we're gonna meet the other 10 people. The other 10 people look good. As far as looks go, Eddie's cute. Wayne is kind of cute, but I don't like them braids coming down the front like that. Naeem is definitely cute. Jay, I'm like, sometimes he was cute, sometimes not. And William, no. The women, even though the women are all beautiful, I don't want to dog a woman, but I will say Angie is pretty, True is pretty. I just don't like the look. But all the ladies, actually, all the ladies are pretty. All the ladies are pretty. Anyway. Yeah, but y'all let me know what y'all thought of this first episode of Ready to Love. Are you glad Ready to Love is back? Thank y'all for sticking with me. Like I said, I'm gonna try to stick with the channel, but just keep an eye out because a girl's busy with school. I got 3 homework assignments I need to do right now. So anyway, I'll talk to y'all again soon, and I will get to not Ready to Love, Love and Marriage Huntsville. I will get to that. All right, talk to y'all soon. Bye.